Some breaking news coming in. There has been a gas leak from well number 2 in Oil India's refinery in Dandewala in Rajasthan. Villagers from nearby areas are fearing for their lives since the leak has not been controlled for the last 3 days. ONGC officials have been called in to control the leakage. According to sources, the leak has occurred due to faulty casing. Right, this is particularly worrying because this has been going on for the last 3 days. My colleague Arvind now joining me on the phone line with more. Arvind, good morning. Take us through the details.
Look, this in fact is not a refinery, but this is an gas well owned by Oil India Limited. This is a Government of India company which was digging gas wells in Dandewala area in Jaisalmer district of Rajasthan. This is well number 2, which provide gas to the Ramgarh gas plant there, which produce electricity there. And what our sources are telling us that gas piping, the casing on the gas piping has been leaking, and that is why ONGC officials have now been called to control this leak. These leaks are not very normal in this kind of cases, but as far as this leak is concerned, this has been going on for last 3 days, as you have rightly pointed out. And though the villagers there are few kilometers away, but still as this leak has been going on, they are fearing for loss of their lives and properties. And that is why authorities are now putting effort on war footing to control these gas leakages. These kind of gas leakages had earlier happened in 2017, 2018 and 2015 also, when one well, which was well number 1, continued to leak for 10 days, after which officials managed to plug the leak. So clearly these kind of incidents happen in whenever there is a gas exploration, but this leak on well number 2, which visuals we are showing exclusively on the mirror now, has been going on for last 3 days in Dandewala in Jaisalmer district, and officials are there to control it.
Right, Arvind, and what about the the potential risks to any of the villagers nearby or the villages? Does the position and the location of this particular Oil India facility actually put any of these people at risk?
Look, this is Dandewala area, which is around 30 kilometers from Ramgarh, which is near the international border in Jaisalmer district of Rajasthan. But the nearby villages is situated around 2-3 kilometers away from this well. Obviously, whenever there is an exploration, the authorities take precaution that there is no vicinity in which hamlets or any villages is there. So obviously, authorities have taken that kind of precaution. But if there is a gas leak, then there are people in the vicinity which fears for their lives and property. So clearly authorities are now on the spot, and they have called the experts also to plug in the leakage in this gas well there in Dandewala, so that the situation can be brought into control, because there is always a risk of fire whenever there is gas leaking from the gas well.
Right, Arvind, thank you so much for those updates.